Hello, my name is Jesse Meekum with another episode of The Jesse Meekum Show, and I'm here each week to obsess out loud about spending purposefully, saving aspirationally, and giving joyfully. It all comes down to just giving every dollar a job, and that is done with 5 questions, and that leads to living spendfully, which, at the root of it, when you are really experiencing spendfulness, you are experiencing the absence of something. And that absence is second guessing. You do not feel this nagging, ever present, always on, back of your mind, just annoying little, can we afford that? Could we afford that? Were we supposed to have bought that? Should I be doing this? What about next week? What about that bill on the counter? What about that bill stuffed deep into the bottom of my sock drawer? That all goes away. And this came about at dinner we did prior to the Fan Fest. I know I mentioned that last week also, where Todd, our CEO, was talking about this lack of second guessing, which sometimes people will confuse with, like, they'll equate it with buyer's remorse. They're like, wait, so you never can think, oh, I shouldn't have bought that, like when I bought my GE freezer? And no, I regret it. I fully regret it because it died. It died at 11 months, still within warranty, but it's just not worth it. It's not very fun to have all of your meat defrosting while you're out of town. So that brand was GE specifically, the one that died in 11 months. That is a regret I have. Now, did I second guess the purchase when I bought it? No. Why? Because it's a monetary thing that we're talking about here. I knew in YNAB that I had all of my money doing what it needs to do. And when it came time to buy that lousy freezer, stand up, not a chest freezer, stand up, upright freezer from GE, when it came time to buy that lousy GE freezer, we bought it, pulled the trigger, didn't even think about it. I knew we could afford it. We had the money in our home improvement category, and it was going to improve our home until it degraded our home greatly by dying 11 months in. This episode is not about our lousy GE freezer. It is about not second guessing. Do I regret the purchase? Absolutely. Did I second guess the purchase? Not even a little bit. Not even slightly. We had the money. We knew everything else was covered. We had next month covered already. We live a month ahead. And the bills are all covered. Our goals are being set up. We even have these 2 crazy adults that sometimes come in and raid our refrigerator. And I know that there's still going to be money in order to buy more groceries, especially milk. We didn't second guess that lousy GE purchase. We regret it immensely. The difference is when we're not second guessing, we have full confidence in what our money is doing. The second guessing, it's a feeling that comes from a monetary situation. It's a monetary context. So it's not like living with no regrets. Who can claim that, right? It's not that at all. It's not about saying I never made a mistake like buying a GE freezer. Not at all. It's just in the monetary sense, you can say, I'm completely and totally confident. I feel content in this purchase. I know everything else is covered. We pull the trigger. We don't think about it again. We don't think about the monetary aspect again. 11 months later, you will think about the purchase again and why did you buy that GE freezer upright, less than a year old, that died on you, the condenser specifically. So you may say, when you hear us say, this living spendfully means you eliminate second guessing. You may say, whoa. Surely you can't. I mean, you'll second guess again at some point. And to that, I would say yes. Yes, you will. And when you feel that nagging second guessing enter in your mind, remember, this is a monetary thing. When you feel it enter your mind, you work through YNAB's 5 questions where you're giving every dollar a job. You look at now, what should this money do before I'm paid again? You look a little bit to the future. What large or less frequent expenses should I prepare for? You ask yourself about the next month because we know how that streamlines and improves everything. So what of this money can I use for next month? You know, what should I fund for next month? You look to your little bit of a flex or a creativity question, I should say, where you would say, well, what goals, large or small, do I want to prioritize? And then finally, that 5th question, the flexibility question, what changes, if any, do I need to make? That, walking through those questions, will eliminate the second guessing. So no, you will not live a life where that never happens again at all. But you can live a life where you have eliminated it most of the time. And when it does pop its nasty little head back up, you'll know how to get rid of it again. You work the 5 questions. That's it. So we do not live a life without regret, but we do live a life without second guessing every single purchase we make with that beautiful, precious resource we have that we call money. We spend so much time earning it for the love. Let's love spending it. And we do that by giving every dollar a job. And you should not buy a GE upright freezer.